You tap your card, a half second later, you walk away with your coffee. No PIN, no signature, no battery. So how does a piece of plastic with no power source pay for anything in under a second? The answer involves a card that wakes from the dead, a secret code that self-destructs, and a number that is not even your real number. Let's break it down. Segment 1. The No Battery Mystery. Open up a contactless card and you will not find a battery. There is a chip and a tiny coil of copper wire looped around the edge. That coil is the key to everything. The payment terminal is not just a scanner. It is a tiny radio transmitter that constantly pushes out a magnetic field the moment a card gets close. When your card's coil enters that field, a current is induced in the wire. This is electromagnetic induction, the same principle that powers wireless chargers and electric guitar pickups. That induced current is enough to wake up the chip, boot its software, and run real cryptography. Your card is effectively dead until the moment you tap. Then it borrows power from the reader to come alive, does its job, and dies again. Segment 2. How they talk. Once the chip has power, it and the terminal start a two-way conversation using near-field communication, or NFC. NFC runs at 13.56 megahertz and only works over a few centimeters. In that window, the terminal sends a challenge and the chip responds with a cryptographic answer. This is not just beaming your card number across. It is a proper handshake, and it happens in about half a second. Segment 3. The self-destructing code. Here's where it gets clever. Every single transaction, the chip generates a one-time cryptogram. Think of it as a secret password that only works once. It is built from data on the chip plus an unpredictable number from the terminal. Even if a hacker perfectly intercepted the signal, that cryptogram is useless for a second purchase. It has already expired. This is why contactless is actually harder to clone than an old magnetic stripe card, where the data was static and could be copied forever. Segment 4. Your number is not your number. If you use a phone or smartwatch, there is another layer. When you add your card to a digital wallet, your real 16-digit number is replaced with a token, a stand-in number stored on your device. The merchant never sees your real card number. And if your phone is stolen, the token can be remotely killed and reissued without you ever needing a new plastic card. Segment 5. Why the range is so short. You might wonder why only a few centimeters. That short range is a feature, not a flaw. The inductive coupling only works at close range, which means nobody can skim your card from across a room. Combined with the one-time cryptogram and tokenization, a thief would need to physically tap your card at the exact moment of a transaction to get anything useful. So the next time you tap and go, remember what just happened. A powerless card woke up, ran an encrypted handshake, generated a throwaway code, hid your real number behind a token, and shut back down, all in less time than it takes to blink. Simple on the outside, engineering genius on the inside. That is it for this week. Subscribe to The Rowdy Times for more tech and science explained without the fluff.